Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and yesterday the guys from iTrustCapital were on with the Proppy people, the digital asset real estate company. This is an interesting clip, one of the iTrustCapital guys talking.
Of different assets that people can allocate into. We also have physical gold, precious metals, physical silver as well, right? So physical gold, physical silver. There is like a Venn diagram when it comes to similarities, when it comes to ideological preference and investment theses for precious metal as well as crypto investors, just in terms of wanting a hedge against the macro environment, government spending, getting a store of value, etc. Our specialty is really giving retail investors access to opportunities that are usually only available for institutional level investors. We offer buying and selling, but at the end of the day, our custody, the institutional storage on our assets, are really only available for institutional class investors normally. We work with Fidelity Digital Assets, Coinbase Prime, Fireblocks, and our clients, when they buy crypto, they end up getting access to those institutional storage providers. And unlike mainstream exchanges, and I don't have to mention them, we do have a lot of respect for the mainstream exchanges. But at the end of the day, a lot of our clients feel vulnerable when it comes to being on an exchange. They feel vulnerable oftentimes with self-custody, especially when they're newer to the space, or if they have a lot of assets, they like to diversify where they store their assets. And they do tend to feel vulnerable on an exchange, feeling vulnerable with self-custody, and they like utilizing our platform because we don't have hot wallets, right? So there's an element of security on our platform that usually people don't get in the crypto space. We do offer non-retirement accounts, but our claim to fame has been the retirement accounts, because people on our platform are generally long-term thinkers and long-term investors. A lot of people don't realize that most trading in the United States occurs in retirement vehicles because they're tax sheltered. Right. So if you have any sort of asset, let's say it's real estate, and if you or if you have Bitcoin, and if you own the piece of real estate or Bitcoin in just a regular account outside of a retirement vehicle, and you buy it, and then it goes up in value, and then you eventually take profit, you're going to be subject to capital gains taxes or other sorts of taxes on that profitable transaction. But if you own these sort of assets in a retirement account, that same profitable transaction is actually tax sheltered. You're not even reporting those transactions to the IRS because it's all tax sheltered. And any sort of income you earn in a retirement account is also tax sheltered. So for our clients that have Ethereum or Solana or soon to be Cardano, if they stake those assets in their retirement account, the rewards from staking, that staking income is all tax sheltered. And the same thing goes for real estate. If someone has a real estate property in a retirement account, that rental income is also tax sheltered. And we don't offer real estate in our retirement accounts, but I am using that as an example, just out of respect for Proppy and to kind of tie it all together on this basis.
Very, very interesting. For a long time, I've had my XRP with iTrustCapital in the IRA and now in the premium custody account. If you haven't done it yet, to me, when I did my Roth IRA, it's the smartest crypto move I ever made. Everybody, in my opinion, I'm not a financial advisor, but everybody should have a Roth IRA. It's the ultimate. You can open one and you can get a $100 funding bonus if you go through my link, iTrustCapital.com/XRP Army. Takes you straight to this page, and you can open either an IRA or premium custody or both. They are my partner, longtime partner. Okay. We had a little bit of a bump in the XRP price because an XRP is doing better than pretty much everything because today is the day on this ETF launch. From Eleanor Tarrant Canary Fund CEO Steve McClure gave me this statement. We are very excited to go effective with the first single token spot XRP ETF. This would not have been possible without the leadership of Chairman Atkins, Commissioner Pierce, and other fine people at the SEC who are pro-free markets. Says as of and then we have the James Rule, he nailed it. On like Donkey Kong, he's retweeting her. And then here's the official listing notice. It's called XRPC. If you're looking to go buy into the Canary XRP ETF, XRPC is going to be the listing. I'm not sure exactly when that launches. Now, here's some great context from Chad Steingraber. And this is kind of where I'm at. I'm not expecting the price to just launch today or anything like that. I think he's right over the target here. To go through the process again, on tomorrow's XRP, tomorrow being today, XRP Canary ETF launch, they will be trading like the paper shares, like a stock. At the end of the day, close, they will determine the settlement. If the net inflows is greater than the fund assets under management, then they will use that net cash flow to purchase actual XRP back to back the fund, typically 1 to 2 days later. They will most likely be purchasing on the OTC if they need to. What we really want is the ETF to perform well in volume and net inflows, then more of the ETFs launch, creating a cumulative effect. This will, over time, cause buying pressure on the open market. This is kind of how I'm looking at this too. In fact, I had somebody yesterday, I was at my son's baseball lesson, and a guy, he asked me, he says, do you think that the XRP price is going to pump when this on the day that this ETF comes out? And I told him, I said, I'm not a financial advisor, first of all, and I can't give you advice. But I said, my experience is that anytime there's a big news item, the price usually reacts in the opposite direction to what everybody's expecting. The big price booms in XRP, from my experience, happen when you least expect it. So it could be that today prices go down, but then 2 days from now you get a boom when you didn't think it was coming, because of the momentum of the volume going into these things. Who knows? But what's important is the medium to long term angle of this. Supply dynamics of XRP, in my opinion. Mr. BXRP, who you should follow at XRP Mister, I would like to formally welcome Wall Street to the XRP community. We spent many years of days and nights doing the research, teaching others, defending XRP, the XRPL, and supporting Ripple as they pushed XRP utility forward. Now lock in and educate your investors about XRP, the greatest digital asset ever created. He's quoting me. I stand by that statement. And then Bitcoin Telegraph, what's this? Insight, XRP's distribution phase is not end of the bull case, say analysts. Cycle top targets still $10 to $30 with a potential U.S. spot XRP ETF as a key tailwind. I think the dominoes are about to fall. Here's another domino. Check this out.
So with all of that, I just want to tell you the country has never been in better shape. We went through this short-term disaster with the Democrats because they thought it would be good politically. And it's an honor now to sign this incredible bill and get our country working again. Thank you.
So the shutdown is officially over, and the White House tweets out, "We are so back," which reminds me of the movie The Hangover, which I watched the other day. We are back. And then Bitwise CEO Matt Hogan, I think he's dead over the target on this, says 2026 will be crypto's real bull year. Fundamentals like institutional investment and tokenization are too big to keep down. Monica Long over in Singapore, honored to host Singapore's deputy prime minister. So the day before, she was tweeting about how she was meeting with the UK, one of the people from the UK Treasury, and today with the deputy prime minister of Singapore, managing director at Ripple booth to learn more about the business and customer. Wonder why all these countries are so interested in Ripple. Great reminder from the Black Swan capitalist guys, some of the smartest guys in the space.
Virtually is going to be tokenized, and eventually all value in the world, whether it's securities, commodities, real world assets, it doesn't matter. It's going to be tokenized, and eventually, as all the markets in the world start to move on chain, there will only be a handful of blockchains that actually have the reliability, the trust, the scalability, and the liquidity to process trillions and all that value at scale efficiently and effectively.
Okay, good point. We're going to go into DAIXRP.com, the Patreon. If you'd rather join through YouTube, click join below any of these videos. If you'd rather join through X, hit subscribe on there. We do the full video plus the extended video with no commercials. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Got more. Here we go.